Hi there. My name is Darrell Cartwright, and I'm an attorney in Birmingham, Alabama, helping clients throughout the state. You caught me sipping my morning cup of coffee, and that's appropriate today because I wanted to introduce a new feature that I'll be rolling out this year called Coffee with CartLaw Alabama, where I'm going to introduce myself and let you know a little bit about me and maybe learn a little bit about the law in five, no more than 10 minutes every week or two. And hopefully over time, we'll get to know each other a little bit better. With the new year starting, I thought this would be an ideal time to talk about the accumulation of paper. You know, a lot of us have these New Year's resolutions, and cleaning up and being organized and getting organized are some of our main New Year's resolutions. And so I wanted to talk to you today about how long do I have to hold on to those business documents? You know, it's a paper world, and in your business and even in your personal life, you've got those documents that just seem to accumulate. And when spring cleaning time rolls around, or when you're fulfilling these New Year's resolutions, can you just throw caution to the wind and throw them all out? Or at least scan the documents to your computer's hard drive and hopefully backed up properly to the cloud or some other safe location, and then throw away the underlying documents? Well, scanning documents and backing them up is a good option. But even then, is there a period of time when you should no longer have to worry about those documents? And even more, will you remember to scan every receipt for a purchase for a tax-deductible expense or item? How about the purchase of equipment or business property, real estate, other expense items, your monthly bank statements, employment records, tax records, Form 1099s, W-2 forms, W-4, W-9? Well, although there's no one size fits all answer, I do have some reasonable rules of thumb related to those documents. Let's take a look. How long should I keep those business documents? Reasonable rule of thumb number one: if a document relates to a deductible expense for tax purposes, you're going to want to hold on to that for at least 3 years from the date you filed your original return. Why? Because the IRS has a normal 3-year statute of limitations that they can audit for most returns after you file the return. Now, if you believe there's a possibility that the IRS could maintain there's a substantial omission of gross income of 25% or more, exceeding 25%, then you better hold on to that for at least 6 years, because the statute of limitations for those type of returns, ones in which the IRS maintains there's a substantial omission of gross income, is 6 years and not just 3. Reasonable rule of thumb number two: records that relate to the cost or capital expenditure for an asset, one that you might depreciate, should be kept until that asset is disposed of, plus whatever statute of limitations period might apply. Examples include purchase of a building, maybe putting on a new roof or other capital kind of expenditure, purchasing an expensive piece of machinery or office equipment. You're going to want to hold on to that for the entire life of the asset, plus the time necessary for a statute of limitations where the IRS could actually audit your return. So a long time. Reasonable rule of thumb number three: some records may need to be kept indefinitely. In the event that the IRS, that a tax return is never filed with the IRS, the statute of limitations never runs. Or if the IRS determines the tax return was fraudulent. Hopefully none of those things will ever occur for you, and you don't have to address that, but just keep that in mind. The final word: these general rules of thumb are not definitive and absolute, and in some cases they could be shorter or longer depending on other varying circumstances. In short, it's still a paper world, so getting accustomed to those scanning and backing up may be your best solution. You have a great day and a great year, and I'll see you next time.